Good morning, everybody. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our morning sales boost. Thrilled to be with extraordinary you on this beautiful August 11th, Tuesday, coming to you live, not AI, from my home office in Rockland, California. And it's great to be with you. I acknowledge you for showing up today. The fact that you're here, you are here with intention. You decided, hey, I'm showing up for morning sales boost. Some of you show up every morning. Some of you show up lots of mornings. Some of you show up occasionally, whatever your frequency is. And so great job for showing up today. And I had a little situation happen yesterday, and I thought I had something stuck in my tooth, like needing floss. And so I was like trying to get this whatever was lodged in my tooth out with my tongue, or I was using my fingers, and I got to get some floss. So I go in the bathroom and I get some dental floss, and I am flossing this thing, and nothing's working. And I'm like, this is strange. Like, usually floss works great for something like this, get a little piece of corn or something in your mouth. And I realized I actually chipped one of my back molars. So I didn't need any floss. It was a chipped tooth. And so I called up the dentist, and they fit me in on Thursday. Fortunately, I'm not in any pain, and hopefully everything goes good and we'll get it all fixed up on Thursday. And what is the lesson of the story? And the lesson of the story is that sometimes we crack our tooth. Sometimes we get a flat tire. Sometimes that big deal that we're counting on doesn't go through. And it doesn't mean God's picking on me because I got a cracked tooth. And I don't create it as, of all the times to get a cracked tooth, this is the worst time for that to happen. That's how life goes sometimes. And we get to decide, what kind of attitude are you going to have when life does what life does? Like yesterday, when I had this situation occur, didn't ruin my day. Fortunately, I'm not in any pain over it, but that's what life does. And so I want to share a couple of statements with you that have been really helpful for me. And what we're declaring shapes our reality. And one of the statements, which I just love personally, is everything that happens works in my favor. Everything that happens works in my favor. So even a cracked tooth, everything that happens works in my favor. Now, is that true? Is it true that everything that happens works in my favor? I don't think it's a true statement. It's just a way to view what you're experiencing. It's a way for you to have a great attitude. And then the other quote that's similar to this, everything that happens works in my favor. This is one comes from Napoleon Hill. With every adversity, there's a seed of equal or greater benefit. With every adversity, there's a seed of equal or greater benefit. And so when you look at life's challenges that show up, and if something happens and you're experiencing an adversity, and you remember, with every adversity, there's a seed of equal or greater benefit. So you start looking for the silver lining. You start looking for the benefit. Like if you're having a cash flow challenge, sometimes that happens in business, in life. You have a cash flow challenge. What's the benefit of a cash flow challenge? You go, well, there isn't one. What possibly can be good about having a cash flow problem? The silver lining is the motivation that you get. Because sometimes we need that added motivation in order for us to break through. Some of my greatest breakthroughs in life have happened when my back's been against the wall, facing some of the biggest challenges I've ever faced. And then out of that, I had to dig deep and had to find a solution. And that pressure brought something out in me. And then after I got through that situation, however I got through it, now I had resiliency. And I had emotional muscle, and I had an ability to handle more. My capacity went up. With every adversity, there's a seed of equal or greater benefit. So I want to share with you now. I'm going to pivot and new concept here, and it has to do with trying new things. And I'm a big advocate for trying new things. And we tend to not try new things. We tend to do things the way we've always done them, and that's your habits, right? We all have our morning routine. Whatever you do in the morning, whatever time you wake up, whatever you do to take care of yourself, brushing your teeth, shower, whatever you do in the morning, whatever you do for breakfast, this call that we're on right now, we have a routine that we do. And there's a lot of power in switching things up because it creates like different connections in your brain. So I had this consultant come to me and he's like, "Hey, Eric, I want to help you with your LinkedIn because my LinkedIn, I've done very little with it through the years." And so I was like, "All right, what do you have in mind?" And he revealed this strategy to me and he's like, "I'll handle everything for you." I'm like, "Okay, knock yourself out." So the other day, as we get going with the strategy, he goes, "The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to email your LinkedIn connections." Now, I'd heard of that, but I've never done that. I've never like pulled a list of the emails of the people I'm connected to on LinkedIn. And so we're going to test this strategy out. At least it's testing it for me. And we're going to be sending an email out, an email campaign to my LinkedIn connections, and we'll see what happens. Now, let's say it's successful. Well, now I got a new tool on the tool belt. 3 or 4 times a year, I can now run a campaign to my LinkedIn audience, which has not historically been a part of my strategy. So I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. We can run a direct message campaign. We can run an inviting campaign, which is a form of a direct message. We can run an email campaign. Now, this is not what I'm teaching you right now. It's not about LinkedIn. It just happens to be that's what I'm doing right now. It's about trying something new. And if you ever have an opportunity to work with a consultant, the consultant's going to see it through their lens, probably different than your lens because they have a different perspective. And so this consultant's name is Matt, and he's giving me this strategy totally different than how I would typically do business. And it's one of his go-to strategies. So I'm a big advocate for trying new things, and that can be expanded. That could be trying new exercises. That could be trying a new date night scenario with your significant other, if you have a significant other. That could be trying a different morning routine. It could be going to bed earlier. It could be getting up earlier. It could be doing something different with your health. So lots of different applications of trying new things. Okay, I got one more idea to share with you, and this was about a recent coaching call that I had. And the client was sharing with me, I said, "Okay, what is it that you're trying to do here?" And he said, "I'm trying to sell an AI product, and it's on a membership deal where the client pays an introductory price, discounted trial, and then it goes to a month-to-month continuity." So he's selling a low-cost trial and then a monthly membership. I was like, "All right, tell me how you're going to do it." He says, "Well, I'm going to send an email out to my database, and then I'm going to ask them to go to this website and buy the inexpensive trial." It's like, "All right, let me see the landing page." So he showed me the landing page, and the landing page was an order page. And I want to make a distinction here between an order page and a sales page. An order page is where you have somebody who's ready to buy from you, and then you go, "Hey, let me send you a link and you can place your order online." So we're not looking for the order page to persuade the person to buy. They've already decided they're going to buy, and this is the mechanism. Here's the link, put in your credit card. So they're not like analyzing the order page, deciding if they're going to buy or not. They're already ready to buy. It'd be like if I asked you, to sign up for coaching, and you said, that sounds good. And you say, do you take Venmo? And I go, yeah, let me send you my Venmo link, right? I send you the link. It's not persuading you to buy coaching. It's just a mechanism to get me the money. So that's what the order page is designed to do. So he's driving them to an order page for them to then be persuaded to buy. In other words, he needed a sales page. A sales page is similar to delivering a sales presentation like over the phone or Zoom, but it's on a website. So I'm sure at times in your life, you've gone to a website like hotels.com or some type of airline website. You know, you go to southwest.com and you go there, and that is the sales presentation. You don't actually talk to somebody at Southwest. I mean, you could call in and talk to them, but that's not usually what you would do. You just go there and you order. So it's a sales page. It's designed to simulate a sales presentation. So there's the persuasion built into it. So my client, he needed a sales page, but he was driving them to an order page. And so what I'm pointing you to, because you might not, maybe you're following along with everything I'm saying, or maybe it's like, Eric, I'm not quite getting what you're saying. Here's the bottom line and the teaching point. The teaching point is, before you attempt to sell somebody something, you want to think it through. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. This is called stage selling. Sell the prospect to the next step. So this was kind of thought through, but it needed a much better strategy. So as you're putting together your plan to make your 5 sales this month, or your 10 sales, or your 1 sale, or whatever your goal is, and by the way, I encourage you to have a goal for how many sales you want to make this month. Lead comes in, then what do? Write it down, document it. Then what do? Write the next step, write the next step, write the next step. This is called documenting your sales model. Documenting your sales model. So when I had this coaching call with this gentleman, if he does what I'm suggesting that he does, and he creates a sales page and he improves the email. So the email is designed to drive them to the sales page. The sales page is designed to get them to buy. And that's going to significantly increase his closing ratio on the same amount of effort, because it's a better strategy. So that's the call today, guys. Thank you for joining. Let's all go out and have a fantastic, successful Tuesday. Take today through the finish line with a great attitude, with great energy. Thank you guys for the emojis. That's going to wrap up our call. Jim, thanks for joining today. Marty, great to have you. Bill, great to see you. Loving all those emojis. Thank you guys for sending the encouragement in. Bill, thanks for joining. Kathy, great to have you. Chris, thanks for joining. Dave, great to have you in class today. Diane, thanks for joining. Diana, great to see you. Dwight, thanks for joining today. Eric, great to have you in class today. Gina, thanks for joining today. Greta, great to see you. Helene, thanks for joining. Holly, great to have you in class today. Izzy, thank you for joining. Jacques, thanks for joining today. Jeffrey, great to see you. Jenny, great to have you in class. 20K, Jenny. Joe, thank you for the encouragement you send me. Joseph, thanks for joining. Julie, thanks for joining today. Karen, great to have you in class today. Kathy, thank you for joining today. Kathleen, great to see you. Thanks for coming back. Keep coming back. Kim, great to have you. Kimberly, thanks for joining. Lakeitha, I believe in you. Thank you for being here. Lisa, thanks for joining today. Lynn, great to have you in class today. Marie, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you for joining. Michael, great to have you. Michelle, great to see you. Marit, great to have you. Nargis, great to have you in class today. Russ, thanks for joining. Sheila, you're an elite trainer. Thanks for showing up today. Sherry, thanks for joining today. Stacia, great to have you. Thomas, you're going to have a great month this month. Urban, great to have you in class today. Vicky, thank you for joining. And Yvette, great to have you in class. That's going to wrap our call. Have a great, successful, productive day. Take today through the finish line with great energy, with enthusiasm, with a great attitude. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.